Hello, everyone, and welcome to Unity of Las Vegas. My name is Jim Lee, and I'm the spiritual leader here. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. Oh, my goodness. This month, we're looking at all aspects of what we call mystical abundance, and we're going into a very interesting area with abundance. We're going into relationships. Different way of looking at it, though. We're looking at the mystical art of abundance in our relationships. Now, there are many types of relationships that we'll be focusing on the weeks ahead. But this one, because we are living now in what I would call the divided states of America, we are now ready to step into what is it to be in a United States of America with some rich abundance of relationships. Before we get into that, though, I want to talk to you about the order of service. We got a daily word that starts off our service. We've then got a song. We've got a lesson by me, meditation by Lisa. All of this is really packaged together so that you can have a wonderful, unique experience. Open your minds. Open your hearts. Let this be a day of spiritual abundance in the area of relationships.
Hello, everyone. This is the Daily Word for January 24th. Oneness. I am divine. Over the years, I have learned there's a spark of divinity within me and within all people. This divine spark binds us as members of one family and deepens our awareness of God. Today, my understanding of my divinity expands. My divine nature is so much more than a spark. It is my essence, who I truly am. I realize I don't have to rely on anything outside of myself for love, comfort, and guidance. Everything I could ever need from God is already mine and is expressing as me. My realization of oneness extends to all people, whom I now see as fellow divine beings. Freed from an illusion of separation, I am aware of the divine presence everywhere, expressing through everyone. We are divine. That they may all be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I am in you. May they also be in us. John chapter 17, verse 21. Have a great day.
Thank you, Randy. The expression of your divine nature is certainly a joy to behold and to be around. You're a true cat, my friend. Well, good morning, all. We hope you've had a great week. It's wonderful to be with you, and we thank you for sharing your divine presence with us. In case no one else has told you yet today, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we see the Christ in each of you this morning. If you're joining us for the first time, welcome. This program's a great opportunity to soothe your soul and elevate your divine nature. Hit those subscribe and notification buttons, share us with your families and friends, and lastly, I want to extend a personal invitation for you to join us in our after-service fellowship community Zoom room at the top of the hour. It's easy to register, there's no expectations, just a spot for everyone to talk about the service or the message or the music or your week. It's a safe space for you to hang out and catch up with your Unity of Las Vegas family and friends. I've chosen a song for today's message of abundance, which was composed by my friend Faith Rivera. Faith is one of the dearest and most awesome Emmy Award-winning posi-music singer-songwriters I know. Check out and support her music and ministry at her website, faithrivera.com. This is Child of This Universe.
am a child of this universe. The ocean dances at my feet. The wind plays a melody through my hair. I am loved at every turn. I am kissed by Mother Earth. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time. Every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top sings of the glory of God moving through me. I am a child of this universe. Through my breath, all of life can breathe. I plant the seeds with my every dream. I can love at every turn. Give a kiss to Mother Earth. I am a child of this universe. I greet the God in each face. I am a channel for peace to flow. Oh, I honor all of life. I am one with Father Time. To every blade of grass, every shaking leaf on a tree, every mountain top, I sing of the glory of God moving through hope. Moving is me, moving as you. Moving as one, moving, moving, moving.
Thank you, John Jones. Once again, great music. Well, something tragic is happening in our land, in this United States of America. And that something has to do with human relationships. We are less trusting, more closed-minded and suspicious, and just downright fearful of a lot of things and a lot of people. What an interesting time we're living in. Study shows that our society is suffering from a lack of involvement with one another. Not only in our society, but individually. There's something going on. We are living in a divided States of America. What do I mean by that? Gosh, we have partisanship and not relationship. We have On the one hand, Republicans versus the Democrats. We have the liberals versus conservatives. We have the upper 1% against the other 99%. We've got rural versus urban. We've got conspiracy theories against fake news. And we're divided by gender and by race and by sexual orientation. Even the bathrooms has become a battleground in which who can do this and who can do that, and it's divided. Division, all over the place. And with all of these opposing sides, each one of them feels that their side is right. They believe that they've got the right view and the right way of being. And the other side, the opposing side, the other, they're a threat. They're wrong. And you can do anything to them because they're wrong. So, on one hand, it looks like it is a this, and that this is against a that, and we looks like and feels like we're dealing in this a dualistic polarity type of environment. And it's really based upon a mindset that is steeped out of duality. And the way forward is not going to work using the old way of thinking. And it looks like and feels like there's no way out of this. And it looks like there's hell on earth instead of heaven on earth. Everything is breaking loose. Have you noticed? Do you feel the energy that's coming at you? Well, there is a way forward. And really this way forward is causing us to rise to another level of awareness. For you see, all of this is a setup. Is designed so that we can move forward. This whole universe is an evolutionary process and is urging us to move forward, even when we don't recognize it, and even when we don't feel like it, and even when it seems like it's just the opposite. I just want you to know that there is a way forward, and it's designed to be in the way forward, and everything is occurring so that we can open up to a love in an expanded way of love. This is the mystical way forward with relationships, abundant relationships. It is calling us forward to have some new and magnificent ways of relating. Okay. I know that what I'm asking is really doing things kind of backwards. But if you look at the Jesus Christ teachings, if you look at the spiritual principles that's in the Bible, not hung up on the literal, I'm talking about the spiritual principles that are embedded in the Bible, everything is backwards. That's because we are living backwards. And in order to go forward, we've got to do things backwards that's actually forwards. I know that's weird. What I'm talking about is this. It's time in the midst of all of this, when it seems like hate, violence, animosity is the order of the day, just the opposite. Love is the order of the day. When it looks like all this division is pulling us apart, really, what is causing us is to evolve in oneness and love. Can you get this? So what I'm saying, instead of reacting and judging this polarity and all of this confusion, we are invited at this time to look through the eyes of love and compassion, do just the opposite of what we would normally do. Instead of being appalled, we are now going to be filled with love. This is what I'm talking about. When we see something that we want to judge, and we see people that are being disrespectful, when you see people destroying property, when you see people that are hurting and other people, whatever this group of people is fighting for or fighting against, and whatever the details that they may be coming up that they're fighting with is not what they think it is. What they're really fighting against is awakening of a new way of consciousness that is coming forward, and they're bumping up against it and they're reacting in a negative way. So, your response to this, as people are doing whatever they're doing, no matter which side you're on, it's okay to feel the anger, feel the rage, and allow it to motivate you and I into raising and extending our consciousness of love to the primal place that there is only one presence in the entire universe, and there is no such thing as an other, that the oneness is taking place, and the division that is collectively in our mind is really an illusion, and the conflict is arising so that we can see that it is illusion, and we can bring love to the table. This is designed to lift us up and to raise humanity up into a new way of being. All of this chaos, all of this uncertainty is happening just so that we can have a spiritual awakening. For you see this, what I call the soul journey that we're on, you call it a life if you want to. What's happened here is an unraveling of our perceptions about relationship. It's exposing all kinds of things that's going on in our consciousness of being produced out there. And it's time for us to wake up to a mutual remembering of our true identity, that we are all one. We are a child of God, but this is the other thing we got to remember. So is the other person that we're pointing our finger at. They are a child of God as well. So this is happening not to destroy us, but to bring about an equality, an abundance, and an expandance of our love capacity. This is designed to bring out the full radiance of who we are. It's like what's being called for from us is in us, and there's more in us than we even realize. And the beautiful thing is, all we've got to do is allow it. And just remember that what is being revealed, the separation, the chaos, and the animosity, and the opposition, is only here to be healed and to lift us up higher. My beloved, what's going on is not a punishment. You and I have not done anything wrong. We're not being rejected. We are evolving. There is a spirit of oneness that is at the core of all of this chaos and confusion. I'm going to say this again. There's a spirit of oneness that is at the core of everything. And this is the mystical approach that we want to tap into, is this oneness is as the core, and this presence that's going on is clearing the space for a bigger plan to unfold. So all of this is unsettling, is to create an opportunity for something new to emerge. And it is time. It is time. And it is time. We are ready to move to a higher vibration of love so that we can participate in a relationship that is far expanding than we ever had before. So once we take a look at whatever's going on that we're upset with, and oh, trust me, if you haven't been upset, I would say in the past 4 years, then get ready, because we're not done yet. There's even more. There is in this human identity, there's more of us, and so more things are going to happen to bring us up, to bring out our radiance, to have us in this place of healing. And not only is it as we extend our love and consciousness in our mind to everything that's going on and seeing it as an unfoldment that's calling us up higher, we're also clearing the way for past generations of atrocities and hurts that healing needs to place. We are resolving at this moment and clearing the way of lifetimes of what we call past hurts. And as we step into this backwards way of being, to open up our hearts and minds and not looking at other people as the enemy, but looking at them as they are going through a revival of consciousness in which they are rebelling against, and that consciousness is in us because we are not accepting everything that's within us, and neither are they. We are in unison. And so to break this, to get to our expansion of identity, we've got to love all the parts of us, and then guess this is right. Have a big enough circle that we can embrace all types of people and all types of conditions. Now, this doesn't mean that we invite everybody into our household and all of that. No, this is all about we loving I would call the individuality, the core of the essence of who they are, but we don't necessarily care for or even like the human personality outbreaks that are going on, but we don't throw them out. We hold on to the essence that's there, and the love that we're holding in our minds and hearts is going to lift up everybody. Resonate. This is what we're to do. This is what we're here to be. We are light workers. This is not hell on earth, but this is about remembering heaven that frees us from hell. This is about the love that can hold any hellish condition and allow anyone and everyone to liberate themselves by remembering that they have the power to choose. And in order to break through that, we are now ushering in the way with a new thought vibration of love. This is not a this versus a that. This is not defending this so that we can have our own particular way of being. This is about holding a loving space for divine union, which is the divine order of the universe. So we are being asked to remove the labels of the other, the enemy, so that we can be the light and allow them to be the light and create a divine alchemy to transmute and transform this reality. Now, how do we do this? It is going to be up to us to present every conditioned situation with an awareness of love, compassion, and acceptance. Then it's up to us to charge in and to be participating in the change, but we're participating in a unifying love change, not from an aggressive us against them change. That's the wrong kind of action. What's happening? What I want to let you know is what's happening. The best is yet to be. Things will be better than ever before once we align with this love and we start healing these relationships, and abundance will start flowing all over the place. And it's time for us to hold hands with love as we step into this new way of thinking and being. And what we're talking about now is just to get ready. Be ready for a new consciousness, ready for something to burst forth now, because everything is setting up for us to do this. We're on a rescue mission. We're on a rescue mission for all. It's the time for us to stand up and be in the United States, not the divided states. And something just to the contrary is calling us forth, not calling us backwards. It's time for us to stand up and be light bearers of the truth, light bearers of oneness, light bearers of love and compassion. Remember, there's only one presence. There's only one power. So who's the other? The other is just our thoughts and feelings that needs to be healed. We can do this. Now is the time. And so as we step into this wonderful consciousness, Lisa is now going to really guide us through a centering and anchoring meditation so that we can experience this wholesale, right here, right now.
Living in the awe and the wonder of all the emerging possibilities with what it is to be a human being and for us to be in relationship with each other causes us to take a different look at what it even means to say relationships can be prosperous. And so to live more deeply inside of what we are being invited into today and where we might be going in the future, I would actually like to take us backwards in time to the Big Bang. Of all the forces in the universe, gravity is the most primary, the most foundational. And at the time of the Big Bang, where it might have seemed like cosmic particles would disperse out randomly and individually indefinitely, it is the force of gravity that brought them together. Not in random ways, but in very specific ways. The cosmologist Brian Swimme calls this the power of centration, or how the universe comes together to form centers. Now, I really love cosmology because it describes a universe beyond the material. Through the eyes of cosmology, we see a universe that's actually filled with soul. Centration is this idea that cosmic particles are actually alluring each other and are being drawn together according to a loving intelligence filled with a profound purposefulness. And we can observe the magnificence of this in a star and in the intricate patterns of the galaxies and the design of the planets. And even a human body is a kind of a center. It's the product of this allurement. And the human being is a complex center containing both physical and non-physical particles of mind, body, and spirit. And yet every particle is saturated with this loving intelligence and purposefulness. Many spiritual practices are designed to develop this capacity to align with our centers, aligning with the intelligence in the allurement that created our magnificence, body, mind, and spirit. Today, I would like us to consider that relationships are also centers of this loving intelligence or divine wisdom. And because the universe is always opening us to more expanded expressions of love, each relationship that we encounter is custom designed to seek out places in our soul that are longing for more love. And most of us can bring to mind one or two people who at some point in our lifetime have pushed our buttons, as we say. So what if we brought to that experience the interpretation that the pushing of the buttons now opens the possibility for more love to flow into us in that particular area? For something that has been holding us back is now able to be released. And we really need each other for this. We are indispensable to each other because we can't see everything. From an evolutionary perspective, the heartbeat of this collective intelligence is intensifying, and is creating new ways for humans to come together that are more sustainable and more in alignment with love. One of my favorite authors, Beatrice Brutto, tells us that the new I is a we. And so with that, we are now building the capacity to see through a relational lens, to really take this in, this huge shift. We are required to reorient ourselves to a collective center. Many of us are familiar with the idea that every relationship has an angel. And this can range from two people together to entire communities, to the relationship between you and the other half of the country. There is a collective loving intelligence, a living purpose governing that divine center. And we have the capacity to align with this and to have access to this. There is reason that we are drawn together in all of the myriad of ways that occur. And this reason is trustable and love-based. So today's meditation is dedicated to building this capacity to align with our collective centers, which is a different spin on relational prosperity. And the intention here is that this will not only be a state experience, as many meditations are, or a one-time thing, but this will be something that in time will become a way of informing how we are with everyone in the world. So let's now take this into meditation. And find a very comfortable way of sitting. And begin to focus on the breath, taking very gentle breaths in and out. And notice the beautiful harmony that is beginning to take place in your being with this focus on the breath. Begin now focusing on your heart and imagine that you are actually breathing in and out of your heart. And notice this beautiful expansion of heart energy as you do this radiating warmth. And in this beautiful warmth, begin to get a sense of your centeredness. The centeredness in your physical body. Feel the beautiful alignment that is building there. And now notice as this warmth begins to radiate out into your thoughts, into your feelings, into your spiritual self. And sense a centeredness even here. A gentle holding that can be felt inside of the body, but also extends out into the invisible realm. Also embracing your thoughts, feelings, and spirit. Sense the centeredness now of your whole being, mind, body, and spirit. Sense into this quality of centeredness. And sense these cosmic particles coming together from the vastness of the cosmos across time and space. A movement that nothing can get in the way of. And just sense these physical particles coming together to make up the magnificence of your physical body. And sense the spiritual particles making up the fabric of your soul. Breathe in this infilling of cosmic intelligence and deep purposefulness. Now bring a loved one to mind and say in your mind, "The divine has given me this one today." And see them in their centeredness. in their wholeness. Release any thoughts of who you know them to be based on the past, and love this one who is coming to be. Be with the mystery of who they are becoming, and hold an intention for all that they are to be in full expression. Rumi says, "I have come to drag you out of yourself and take you into my heart. I have come to bring out the beauty that you never knew you had, and then lift you like a prayer to the sky." Meet this loved one before you, center to center, and allow yourself now to access a new center, a collective center created by both of you together. Bring this new center to life with your awareness, and then step inside. Allow yourself to make any necessary adjustments to being inside of this larger holding. Sense into its wisdom, its purposefulness. This wisdom and purposefulness that includes but extends beyond your intellect, beyond your personal ability to figure things out. And yet sense how you are held in your not knowing. If you have a question about this relationship, allow it to rest now in this larger wisdom. Do not try to receive an answer just yet, but allow it to be a gift to the space that you are sharing. Sense again how you are held here in your not knowing, and allow all to be revealed in perfect alignment with the purpose of your relationship. Now, this way of being with your loved one can be extended to others as well, including those with whom you are having challenges. Taken to heart, this way of being will evolutionize your relationships. We will begin to be in lockstep with the pace of change on the planet and be in the forefront of a whole new way of being human. And we'll know in our heart of hearts that this is the way it really is.
Thank you, Lisa. We are now being connected to a wonderful center of consciousness that's bringing forth new relationships in our lives. So thanking each and every one of you for joining us today, and please join us immediately after the service. We have a wonderful special fellowship time, as we call it. Just would love to see and to be with you. You can register on our website or check it out in the instructions in the comments section to join us today. Well, in this service, our intention was to support you in going through life and all the things that are going on. And if you enjoyed this, click on the subscribe button and also send it to people so that they can have another mystical insight as to what's going on. The other thing for us to continue to do what we're doing, and hopefully this is feeding you, support us with your prayers, as we are also praying with and for you, and you can send in your prayer requests. Support us financially. You can go on the website. Also, you can do it via the telephone so that we can keep on doing what we're doing. So thank you in advance for all that you have. And we're closing out now with our prayer for protection for ourselves, for our family, for the United States of America, and also the world. So take a deep breath and join with me as it's coming up on the screen, and let's say it together. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love of God. The power of God protects us. We are the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence of God. Wherever we are, whatever we're going through, just know that God is, and all is well. Amen. God bless you.
The earth. I am a child of this universe. The sun warms me in its embrace. The stars have aligned for me in the sky. I am honored by all life. I am held by Father Time.